Ya pele, tlhekefetso ya loka mona sekolong ene ngwane mong le mong o na le tokelo ya hore a tle sekolong ene ha ona motho a nang le tokelo ya hore a tshabise ngwane mong ho tla sekolong ke tokelo ya rona re le bohle.
I got bullied only once, and I can tell you it was traumatic-ish in a way. And I would say it is not really something that I would wish upon anyone, okay?
And then the bullying came in where I had to lose friends because the pregnancy comes with a whole lot of things. I lost friends, I lost people who I trusted, I lost, like, Nabazali, the parents were like, maybe if you were my friend, and then your parents will come to you and say, you cannot go with her, also going to meet lawyer. So to me, it was emotional bullying because I needed the support. And knowing I'm a teenager, I've never been pregnant before. This is a first time thing. To me, it was, it was a torture. And then coming to think of it again, having to give birth to a son, but imagine at 16-year-old, you're being told your son cannot sit on his own, he cannot walk at 16 years old. You don't have any support financially, you're not working, you don't have physical support or emotional support. Back
then I used to have a low self-esteem about myself because there were people who were mocking the way I look, which is being dark. But being called that, I had a low self-esteem in a way that I looked down on myself. I once hated myself for being black. I once tried to use many things like your face wash, you name them, your different type of soaps just to look like any other person, look light, and I can get the girl of my dreams. But when time goes on, I remember that this is the way that God has created me. I have to embrace the way I am. So I don't care who says what about myself. As long as I'm happy, as long as I live my life, do I want to live it? What's next?
So Campaign Be Celebrated is an initiative that is all about survivors of sexual abuse, going out there, sharing their stories with the world. The aim of the initiative is for them not to be judged, but to have courage to stand up and share their stories because we empower the next person.
So there was this guy about to move. I mean, I don't know who guy who tells it. It's a bully actually. And among in the toilet, you should pay around 1 rand to 2 rand or so. I didn't know. Yeah, because I'm a create later. When Abanya want to buy us, Makfiga Minang sugar. I'm a bond. 2 rand. Minamong Fiang. Say, we're going to do that. Bam, pop. What did I do now? I was which was one. I won a man bapata. Won't have which one from Gena, Ungapatala. Yabo, so like little Leo, even impacting as it was on Asdo, Zom Chimel. So since for a long chip, longs Chimel and longs Chim wanting to be bigger, so that I can do the Magambo at Yazid, Sugala, or Angabamba and shy and abuse it anyway.
Because someone looks different from you, you think you are better, you bully them. Because they have disability, you bully them. I have a child who has vitiligo, the skin disorder, Mama Zulu from Mbebu.
Yeah.
My son has that. And he will go to school, the kids will bully him for just having that. And will tell me, the kids are saying this to me, they are saying this to me, they are treating me this way. And I tell him, you are different for a reason. You as a child have a choice to decide whether that is going to affect you or not. And he walks proud today saying, I have vitiligo and this is part of who I am as a child. Bullying starts with spreading rumors, with shoving someone around, with punching someone, as he said. And there's one bullying that we don't talk about. I know we are in a high school and we do things as teenagers. We share nudes with other people. They take it and share it with someone else. And share it with someone else. That is bullying. Someone trusted you with the nudes and you decided to show it to the whole world. That is a form of bullying that we do not talk about. And I hope you guys recognize and see it. What causes bullying? We tend to want to destroy or beat up or punish bullies. But I can tell you from a psychological perspective, bullies are bullies for a reason. Some of them were bullied, and in return they are bullying others to feel what they felt. Some are coming from broken homes where they don't understand the language of love, so they think the word should be chaotic as my home.
I was suicidal and also a person who suffered from depression. It was a very hard time for me to actually admit that I do have those issues and I'm facing those issues. So it took a lot of me to accept it and seek for help.
I know, this is how I was here like many years ago. Pregnancy every year, Nalimuto pregnant or ba pregnant. Exactly. I know. Now I was Miss Progress, like the most popular girl goes kolong, and the most girl odulang aliko top 3. God blessing. When how about the results? Nekilula kiliko top 3. Nerilwanela number 1, number 2, number 3 with the same people every time. So I'm popular. The teachers like me. Everyone likes me, but guess what? I got bullied too. I got bullied because I'm still tiny, but I was more tinier. So everyone felt like they have a right to kuka. Like, no, guys.
So that is when I co-founded the campaign with my cousin, which is Bikumelo, the founder, and we started this campaign in 2019, and from then we've been growing and growing and growing. Right, so the campaign is established to raise mental illness awareness, and also we exist to educate individuals, young or old, it doesn't matter, about suicide and depression. But we don't just focus on that aspect, we also focus on every mental illness issues, and that can also lead to, that can also be an anxiety, that can also bullying as well. It can lead you to being depressed, it can lead you to being suicidal, and actually lead you to an actual harm.
I couldn't even play with other kids ekas or Straten due to I was way too tall, because and I was way too young. But when times goes on, I was like, guys, I'm tall, I'm proud, and guess what? When we go in a room or in a public space, the first person to be recognized is me.
There was this one particular girl. By that time, we were 16, I think we were in grade 10. And then, the story started with ubabaki, biological father, begamhlukumeza sexually endlini. So, uyazi mana bathisha makekufundisa uyazi ukuthi uperforma kanjani esikolweni. So, amamarks akhe yena started dropping and bekawumntana oyenza kahle esikolweni. So, uyambuza sibanibani why amamarks akhe aqala ukudropha. So, bekafila engathi angaconfide kuloyo thisha, bekafila that comfortable naye. So amtshela ukuthi thisha kuyenzakala so, yabazi-ke nabo abothisha. Uyasuka lapho e-staff room, tshela omunye uthisha without realizing ukuthi ukhona umntana ofunda naloyo mntana on that environment ngaleso sikhathi. Lo mntana uyasuka naye eklasini uyotshela umngani wakhe, umngani utshela umntana wekwenye iklasi, and then that's when i-bullying for yena iqala. Yaqala bambiza ngamagama, like bayambullisha nje, yabo lawo ma-comment abantu babheke bahleke ezifangazi khona into yenzile. Then it led to ukuthi angasayi esikolweni, uyaqala uyalova, kusabhisa ama-assignment angekho esikolweni, yabhalwa akekho. Lo mntana lo akatholi peace from ekhaya, akatholi peace nasesikolweni. Ekhaya ubaba wakhe amhlukumeza, esikolweni abantwana besikolo bayamhlukumeza nabo.
And with physical bullying, it goes hand in hand with sexual harassment. It's also bullying. Because mostly you find yourself to stage grade 11, 10, 11 to 12. You're in class, there's a girl that you like, you find yourself doing all these things going without her wanting that's also a crime. Besides what is a bullying, a crime there. If maybe that girl can like go to principal, I'm telling the principal, this is what happened. Umusa from where in my private parts. They can take you which has in backboard just for a small thing which when
we have our ground floor, first floor and second floor. Grade 10, I was the last one, second floor. There's these guys who used to bully me because I used to faint. etlasini. I used to be that person who has blackouts and stuff like that. So they used to take me bambeko balcony and I would scream until I faint.
So we exist to show you that it's not by choice to go through all of those things. So we are here to help you the best way we know how to, at the best level that we can ever get to. Whether we are professionals or not, it doesn't matter. But because we have went through that, at least we have a hint of understanding, you know. So therefore we kind of like the thoughts or the lack of understanding in this spectrum, we are trying to redefine it and try to make you shift away from all of that. And the negative that you're going through, how can we turn it into the positive?
This is a safety box that I need all of you to go around the school to let Bana Bamba Skolo to know who a safety box more progress. This safety box is where you vent.
In grade 12, I learned something very important, something that really changed my life. And those words never left my mind, and I would love to teach those words to you. A great man once said, success is doing your best when nobody's watching.
Namanje, you can come to me and say that Umtanako is hollow, right? I'm just going to look at you and say, so what? He's not your child at the end of the day. And God gave me that child for a purpose. He knew what he was doing, and yeah, you know. So I told myself, I'm not going to let anyone come into my space and try to ruin whatever I'm trying to build for myself.
And I usually tell people this, to tell them straight to the eyes of the bully. Ask them a question that will make them ask themselves questions. You look them into the eye and ask them, but why are you doing this? You know, the worst part is they feel something from home, something is destroying them at home. They suppress it, they don't think about it. But they express it without knowing what they are doing. So when you ask them, why are you doing this? Somehow in their mind, something is opened up and they start actually thinking, why am I doing this? Ask them a second question. If you were to stop this, what are you going to do about it? How will you go about it? You give them a mindset to go and make a plan to change their bullying attitude.
So what I'd like to say to you is, there's something that I learned recently who was something exclusive. I answered that question. So there's one thing that they said, like if you met someone, just try and find something genuinely, ungabi fake.
Why I call myself the Black AG, I'm embracing my blackness, if you know. The Black AG stands for the Black Agape. I'm embracing my blackness. So if you come and say you're black, I'll be like, thank you, it's a compliment. If you come and say you're tall, black, thank you, it's a compliment.
No one is gonna get whatever that you put in here. Because there's Kitoi Kwala, Kiloke, and then leave Kaskia. And then Oskia, Kitlomu Chekela Huna Lidi letter. How na leave letter? I'm gonna take the letters, we read them, and then whoever that needs help is going to get the help they need from Oskia. If you are comfortable with a teacher being involved, teacher and then other part of your healing process.
Thank you guys for your time. For support and yes, to share our stories. It's motivating. I hope guys this is really song.
Yeah.
I hope also going to change. Call the something also going to change to try some new things. So for everything guys. Nangi lang ani ngati. Sabong.